Hello and welcome to our final installment in comparing fractions to decimals. Now so far you've learned how to order fractions by looking at them and how to order fractions or how to convert fractions into decimals. So now that we've done that, I'm just going to write down some common fractions and decimals. So we know that 1/2 is 0.5, 1/4 should be 0.25, 1/8 is 0.125, 1/6 is 0.166, let's say, 1667. Is there anything missing here? 1/3, say 0.33. This is typically what I remember, so that I know if I have 2/3 or 5/6 or 3/8, all I have to do is multiply this number by 3. So if you were to compare three numbers here, so let's say 5/6, 3/8, and let's say 7/10. I didn't put that here, but 1/10 equals 0.1. So most students at the beginning of this lesson would say, well, 7 is the most, so that should be the greatest. And if they don't comprehend fractions perfectly well, they need to be able to convert it to decimals. So I'm going to do that. 5/6 equals 0.166 times 5. So 5 times 1 is 50, and then 5 times 6 is 80. So this is roughly 0.81. 3/8. 0.125 times 3 is 0.375, and 7/10 is just like it sounds, 0.7. So when we look at this, from least to greatest is actually 3/8, 7/10, and 5/6. There is your answer. Another way you could have looked at this is just put these all into the calculator, and you could have wrote them out that way. I used an approximation here because I'm more concerned with the fractions, and I know that this is going to be more than 0.7. That's why I didn't go through the whole process of multiplying. It's up to you personally what you prefer to do. This may be more than 0.81, but I just needed an approximation of where it goes in terms of the order. I wasn't super focused on making sure I had the exact decimal at this point. So when you're ordering or comparing, you can use an approximation. If they ask for an exact answer, then obviously you need an exact answer. So this is the methodology for ordering fractions by converting them to decimals. Usually if I can see the decimals, it's a lot easier for me to put them in order than trying to look at the fractions because the denominators confuse me a little bit. So hopefully this helps you out too, and you are able to compare fractions by putting them into decimal form, and then you can just look back and say, well, now I can see what the fractions values are, I can put them in order. So thank you for listening, and I hope you are more successful on the MEP or the Iowa or the GRE or the MCATs or whatever test you want to take where you need to work on fractions and decimals. Thanks for listening.